Hi, friends. Welcome to the Hey Fundraiser podcast. I'm your host, Mary, and whether you're a frontline fundraiser, the operations professional, a board member, or just somebody wanting to make an impact in your community, this podcast is for you. We cover all facets of fundraising, and our main objective is to give you ideas and inspiration to help you raise more money. Join us as we learn, grow, and make an impact together.
Hey, fundraiser. I've got a heavy topic for you today, but one worth exploring. At some point in your fundraising career, you are going to have a donor that is upset with the organization, the leadership, or the direction that the organization is going. It's not a pleasant experience, but with some skill and grace, you will make it through it. Here's the truth. Sometimes donors get upset. It's part of having a relationship. There are ups and downs. If a prospect is really, really upset and threatening to pull their giving or something drastic, my advice to you is to immediately engage your supervisor. It might take more than just you to smooth things over, and that's okay. Just remember, they're upset because they care. If they didn't care about your organization, they wouldn't get so upset. It's hard to remember that when you're, being yelled at or lectured, but really try to center yourself in the comfort that they care. Throughout my career, I've had to deal with many upset donors, and you will too. Donors and prospects will feel that organizational decisions and changes in direction are wrong, and they won't be shy about it. I was working for a hospital foundation that ended up merging into a larger Catholic hospital system. When that merger happened, my hospital was no longer to offer all of the medical services that it once did, specifically around women's health. Some donors were calling and saying, "I will never give again." Then we had other donors saying, "This is the best thing to happen and I'm going to double my gift." It was a really tough situation. But the anger did die down eventually. We lost a ton of donors and we gained a ton of donors. As a staff member, my role was to listen, let them know that they were heard, take their feedback to my supervisor, and work to keep that relationship intact if possible. With my portfolio, I think I lost between 8 and 10 really great prospects, but the organization was going down a path that wasn't going to be changed. When that happens, you thank them, let them know that you're there if they want to talk again, and you let them go. Sometimes you just can't always turn things around.
Are you having trouble getting in the door with new prospects? Do you need some fresh ideas to cultivate donors? If so, you've got to check out the Donor Cultivation Method. This is Hey Fundraiser's newest online course, and it will take you through all aspects of donor cultivation, from how to open the door with new prospects to when to know it's time to ask for a major gift and everything else in between. This masterclass is perfect for someone newer to fundraising and the seasoned fundraiser who is looking for new ideas. With 6 modules filled with video lessons, you'll also receive a 46-page workbook so that you can put the information to use immediately. Visit www.heyfundraiser.com/courses to learn more about how the donor cultivation method can help you raise more money and build deeper relationships. That's www.heyfundraiser.com/courses.
Here's another example, but a successful one. I had a job where I was raising money in 10 states. I was traveling a lot, but before each trip, I would send a handwritten note to new prospects saying that I was coming to town and I'd love to meet with them. Then a week before the trip, I would call everyone who received a note and schedule a time. It was actually a really great strategy and landed me a ton of meetings. I'll never forget it. I was flying to Boise, Idaho, and when I called one woman, she was very eager to meet, which was great. So I get into Boise and went to her house. And when I walked in, she had laid out on her kitchen table all of the organizational communications that she'd received in the past year or so, including the note that she had received from me the week before. She was so upset that the organization had wasted so much paper and so much postage. Apparently, she had called headquarters and told them to reduce her mailings, but nothing ever happened. I had walked into her house super excited to meet a new prospect and gauge her interest, but it was quickly clear that I was there to be read the riot act. I listened to everything she said. We talked about how she wanted to receive information, and I assured her that the change would be made. I asked her a few questions about how she came to know the organization and what inspired her to keep giving. She seemed to calm down once she began speaking about her love of the organization. I realized that she was so upset because she cared so deeply. After she served me some tea and we chatted for an hour or so, I left and assured her again that I would take care of her request. Of course, I made the change immediately when I got back to my hotel room, cracked open my computer, and accessed the database. When I got back to Seattle and checked my mail, she had sent a check for $5,000, which was her largest gift to date. Over the next year, I stayed in touch via phone because I was not about to send a note. I called her once or twice a month, and right before the end of the year, she made a $50,000 gift. Sometimes people just need to be heard and acknowledged. By listening, reassuring her that I'd fixed the excess mail situation and then actually fix it, the situation was turned around. When donors or prospects have strong feelings, listen and try not to get defensive. Work toward a solution and try to salvage the relationship if possible. If it's not possible, it's time to let the prospect go. There will always be someone who is upset by the organizational direction or organizational changes, and as the organization's representative, you're going to hear about it. The best advice I can give to you is be as graceful as possible and address the concerns as they arise. Until next time.
Hey fundraiser, thanks so much for being here today. Did you know that we create a special page for each episode that has helpful links, episode highlights, standout quotes, and freebies? Check it out in today's episode description. If you loved what you heard today, would you give us a rating and review? It really helps other fundraising professionals find our Hey Fundraiser community. I'm Mary, and thank you for listening today.